How's it, Ryan here, and welcome back to another Ask Me Anything video. So the very first question I've got is, do you have a coach? So yes, I work with these mindset coaches who work with the DeMartini method, Tanya Cross and Justin Wiseman and Maximum Growth. And this is very much mindset and business focused. Why? Is probably what you're wondering. To grow my business, to grow myself, it aligns with who I am, it aligns with what I want and the knowledge that I want to acquire. They're much more experienced than me when it comes to mindset, business, so by me being a part of their community and being coached by them, it really helps me stand on their shoulders rather than stand in the shadows, or it really helps me move forwards with a lot more focus. Basically, I progress faster towards the goals that I want. I'm held accountable, I'm supported, I'm guided in the same way that, say, like personal training or online coaching, it's that accountability, it's that guidance, it's that someone to ask questions when you need and who will give you quality answers and again hold you accountable to take action. So yeah, I have a coach, and I think I'll most likely always have a coach of some kind, if not say a mentor or teacher, whatever it is. Because how else are you supposed to get the results that you want? I mean, you get somebody who's been there and done it, who can tell you what steps to take and show you the path and help you avoid the mistakes, or you can wander aimlessly, try to figure it out by yourself. I know what I'd rather do. Second question, I'm lacking clarity in what to do and motivation to kickstart my nutrition. I have no discipline with my nutrition. I'm constantly eating junk food when I'm coming in from work, which is disrupting my sleep and causing stress. How can I fix this? Have I answered this? No, I've not. Okay. So, clarity on what to do. First, what's the goal? Get clear on the goal. The way I like to do it is start kind of bigger picture. Well, actually start with your values. Like, go into drdemartini.com, find out what your values are, answer the 13 questions, because that's going to give you guides into like what's priority for you right now, but what is most important to you in your life right now. Once you know that, well, you'll have a clear structure, a hierarchy of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 things that you can do. Or areas that you can really focus on, because when you don't honour what those values are, then you try and do things that maybe other people are saying rather than listening to your own internal voice. You start listening to what this person's saying, that person's saying, that person's saying, maybe your mom, your dad, fucking teacher, preacher, whoever's saying what, rather than listening to what you really want for yourself. So the motivation part to kickstart your nutrition. When the why's big enough, the hows will take care of themselves. Like, why are you struggling with motivation? What's the reason for you wanting to kickstart your nutrition? If you don't have a big enough reason to do it, then it won't get done. Conversely, if you have a bigger reason or get more benefits out of not changing your nutrition, so say you're eating in a way that you enjoy, and it gives you these unconscious benefits, then until the benefits of changing it outweighs the benefits of it staying the same, you're not going to change it. You're going to struggle with motivation. So first, again, it comes back to goals, right? When you know your values, you know your goals, then you can kickstart that nutrition with ease, because you've got a big enough reason to do it, so it gets done. Simple as that. I have no discipline with my nutrition, so it's something that can be developed. Again, if you have a big enough reason to do it, then you can develop that discipline. And I mean, what does that mean to you? Like, discipline with nutrition. So what, eating like structured meals at the same or similar times each day, eating plenty of nutritious whole foods, eating less, say, processed junk foods. Like, define disciplined eating, define undisciplined eating. And again, if you have a big enough reason, well, you'll do the disciplined eating if that aligns with what you really want. Constantly eating junk food when coming home from work which is disrupting my sleep and causing stress. How can I fix this? So if you're constantly eating junk food when you're coming in from work, that's a clear sign that you're unfulfilled from work. So then you want to fill yourself full with food. Keep that in mind. If you're doing work that is unfulfilled, if you're coming home at the end of the day, it's like, well, you want to feel good, so then you want to eat food. I know I've done that a bit of times, and I see that with clients as well. They're unfulfilled at work, then they put themselves full of food. So to avoid that, well, there's mindset exercises we can do on that to make the work fulfilling. Something like that are changing the perception. Disrupting your sleep. Well, that part, I think the recommendations are don't eat like 2 to 3 hours before bed. I break that rule often, but if you're going to eat close to bed, then make sure that there are mindful portions, right? Don't be eating too much, because then it just it sits there in your gut, it's not digesting, and then your body isn't really getting that restful sleep that you need. Which is causing stress, of course. If you're not getting a good quality sleep, then it's this whole vicious cycle that then increases your stress, which can then inhibit your sleep. So it's a hard thing to get out of. So how can you fix it? Well, first recognise that all these problem areas, so the nutrition, the sleep, the stress. I would start with the goals, values, goals. Have a big enough reason to make these changes, because it's going to be challenging, it's going to be tough. And you already know like the healthy option, the unhealthy option, so take one thing at a time, work through it, and like I mentioned in the last question, get a coach. Make it easier for yourself. Next question. How do rep ranges work, and should you use different rep ranges for different muscle groups? Also, how many sets per week is adequate for muscle growth? I'd be lying if I said like, this is how many sets you should do. And I think it's going to be individual it's going to be individual for every individual, right? So how do rep ranges work? Well, generally speaking, like lower reps, say 1 to 5, is going to be more focused on developing strength. 6 to 12 is more for hypertrophy, so growing muscle. And then say, I think it's 12, 15 plus, up to say like 30 and beyond, is more for muscle endurance. That's like textbook answers, but then like in practice, I'll come back to the question here. Different rep ranges for different muscle groups. So like if you want to do shoulders, legs, should you do high reps, should you do low reps? So this is something I used to do actually. I used to literally always like do high reps on like arms or isolation exercises and shoulders. But then I learned actually from the hypertrophy coach that you don't necessarily need to do that. Especially like if you can do like 6 to 8 reps on like a side lateral raise, but if you think like practically, like if you're doing that with a dumbbell, then like that's maybe pretty hard to get past. So you need to take it per exercise. It's like you can do high reps, you can do low reps, but think practically, think technique, think your joints. Does it feel good? If it does feel good, don't do it. Change the reps. So to answer the question, no. Well, it depends. It always depends. But no, you don't. You shouldn't. Just use the same. It's a hard one, because I'll use low reps in some exercises. So say like big compound exercises like deadlifts. I'm not going to do like 15 reps on deadlifts, like that's going to fuck me up. But I'll do like low reps on that, but then I might actually do like arms, and I might actually go up to like 30 reps. So again, it depends. I can't give you a clear answer for that, because it depends. How many sets per week is adequate for muscle growth? It's an answer I probably should know, but I don't. So I think what I really focus on with clients is obviously get them on kind of like a base program, and then based on feedback of how they're feeling, how they're performing, their sleep, their stress, their eating, their energy, their hunger, how their body's changing. These are the things that I look at more so than the actual like volume, or the sets, the reps, the weight they actually lift. And I focus more on actually just progressing week to week rather than how much volume they've got. So it might not be the right way to do it, but it works, and it's what I do. Next question. I'm currently doing a full, so this one's for Ben. Who did Ben? I'm currently doing a full body workout because I only get around an hour and a bit in the morning 3 days a week. I'm struggling to hit all 3 portions of the shoulders, legs and biceps and triceps. Any advice? Get on a program. A full body workout 3 days a week for an hour and a bit, like that's plenty of time. Plenty of time to hit everything. It is just how you program it. If you're struggling to hit all the muscle groups, then consider supersetting like upper body exercises with lower body. So see, even like big exercises like say squats with, I don't even know, like a smaller muscle like shoulders, like that's something you could pretty easily, or even opposite muscles like say chest and back, like I don't know, some sort of chest press, some sort of row, or even some sort of shoulder press, some sort of lat pull down, some sort of squat with some sort of curls. Like I'm just spitting ideas here, but definitely use supersets, which is just 2 exercises back to back without any rest. Then you take the rest for say 2-3 minutes, depending on what you're doing, right? But the shoulders, like struggling to hit all 3 portions of the shoulders, do some sort of reverse fly, do some sort of side raise, do some sort of shoulder press, you'll hit everything. For legs, just do some sort of squat, do some sort of hip hinge, like an RDL, a deadlift. If you do the A2, and calves, don't forget calves. You're hitting most things, but then again it's like, that's just basic, but what do you want to optimise for? That's a whole other question. Biceps, just make sure you're doing some sort of like say preacher curl, some sort of say incline like dumbbell curl, that way you're hitting 2 heads. Triceps, same kind of idea, do some sort of say like press, extension, some sort of overhead, some sort of, don't even know, extension again. But again, all of that is typically put into a program, a decent program anyway. So that's my advice, get in a program that does all that. And yeah, that's it. I need to refresh this and then the next question will come up, give me a sec. Right, next question for ChatGPT, i.e. me, ask ChatGPT this question, just to have something to ask, right? How does your personalised approach to online coaching ensure that I can achieve my fitness and wellness goals, even with a hectic schedule and previous struggles with consistency? Great question, ChatGPT. So, how does it ensure my coaching? How can it ensure that you achieve your fitness and wellness goals? Well, everything we do, we really start with values. I want to understand you as an individual. I tell you what the expectations are from the get-go. So online coaching in particular, we're doing a call each week, whether that's 15 minutes, whether that's an hour, we are checking in, because that's really, it's the accountability piece, right? You have your program, you have your nutrition plan, you have the tools and the resources there, so your daily habit trackers, your weekly check-in, your monthly progress assessment, your goal setting. It's all good and well all having that, but if you don't use it, well, I'll make sure that each week that we talk about this. I'll hold you accountable directly, through the camera, doesn't avoid me, whether you like it or not. Because when you come on board, your goals become my goals, or well, it's my goal to get you to your goal. So that's how you can achieve your fitness and wellness goals. And if you're struggling, well, that's what we talk about, right? We talk about the problems, and that's what I love. I love problems. I love talking mindset solutions to problems, because I believe there is a mindset solution to every single problem that you have. There's no one problem you can come to me that we couldn't talk mindset around. So that's how the online coaching can help you with your fitness and wellness goals. Even with a hectic schedule, again, if you've got 15 minutes a week, everybody's got 15 minutes a week. I don't care how busy you are. Like, if you don't have 50 minutes a week, then nah, it's not for you. But in terms of workout, like, that's understandable. Well, home workouts, running, going outside walking, finding a way to integrate it into your lifestyle. So if you tell me that you're too busy to get in, say, even half an hour, like 3 days a week, well, I want to know what your schedule is so we can try and fit it in. I'm not going to tell you, like, no, it's not everybody can do it. Like, I want to know your schedule. If it's hectic, well, tell me. We'll help you better manage your time, better manage your stress. We'll discuss this stuff. With nutrition, again, finding a way to do nutrition that works for you. So typically some sort of meal preparation would help if you're struggling with time. That's what I do now. But it's just finding strategies, tactics that work for you, and that's what we talk about. Previous struggles with consistency. Well, this time we get your mind aligned with your actions, so consistency doesn't become a problem. If it still is, we'll just keep on with the mindset. We'll keep chatting about this. Like, again, when the why is big enough, the hows take care of themselves. What is the goal? What is your values? How's this helping you fulfill your values? Next question. Again, for ChatGPT and me, can you share a success story of a client who transformed their mindset through your coaching? And how did it impact their personal and professional life? Great question. So, there's a few. These questions, by the way, I haven't prepared it and I'm just speaking it and trying to share something. So it's quite hard to just go out off the bat a success story. I'll take one of my current clients, which doesn't mind, Andy. I'll mention her because we've been working together for a while now. So, success story, transform the mindset for your coaching. I think the biggest mindset shifts were the confidence part, the confidence in the gym, the overcoming that gym anxiety, the intimidation, feeling scared, which a lot of people who are new at the gym have, right? That was a big mindset shift, like overcoming that initial roadblock to starting. Of course, the knowledge as well, like actually knowing what to do, how to do it, like how to even train in the gym, how to a gym. There is actually a lot more to it than what you might think. Like, it's not just get a program, go do it. It's like, how do you do it? How many sets? How many reps? What exercises? What's the outcome that you're working towards? When you really start to go under the surface, there's a lot. So, knowledge, learning, the confidence, and typically they kind of go hand in hand. Of course, accountability for showing up. There is a mindset aspect here, right? Motivation, energy, and I think the biggest one, stress. Stress is a mindset thing, right? There's all these external things. It's not so much what happens to you, it's how you perceive what happens. So that's a massive thing that's changed for Andy in terms of mindset. And of course, Andy's one example. There is other clients who have achieved pretty significant results with their mindset. I mean, Simon is another one who comes up. How did he change through the coaching? Again, I think it really, the confidence, the stress, overcoming your own internal doubt, that chatter, telling yourself that you can't, and being empowered with new ways of thinking, new ways of seeing. I remember big client Jamie, actually, he said the same thing. It's pretty soon, after a few chats, his mindset and his perspective on things and problems changed, and that's a byproduct of spending time doing this coaching. I could find plenty more. I mean, look on Google, I'm pretty proud of the results that are there, the testimonials that my clients have given, and a lot of them are their mindset shifts. How did it impact the personal and professional life? So, Andy, personally, I mean, showing up, I don't want to share too much here, right, but how she shows up, brighter, happier, more confident within herself. Same goes for Simon, for Jamie. How did it impact their professional life? Well, again, Andy being a nurse, working at NHS, it's a high stress job, right? It's challenging shifts, challenging, demanding work. So again, better managing stress, feeling more confident within herself and how she shows up. Well, I mean, how does that impact professional life? Well, I mean, showing up at work, being more yourself, being brighter, being happier, just being present rather than feeling exhausted and just drained and low energy and after work. It's well, that's a change. How does it impact that? I mean, I'm gonna ask her. It does. That's the thing, it's intangible results are a bit harder to show than tangible, but I feel that's where the real transformation lies, in these intangible things that you can't see but people feel. Get me? So, hopefully that answers it. Personally, did I answer it? I'm going to assume I answered it. Next question, last question. again, ChatGPT from me. What makes your personal training approach uniquely effective, especially for someone who has tried various fitness programs in the past without seeing the desired results? First thing that came to mind there, honestly, I care a lot. My coaching, my business are my highest values, so like making a difference in other people, it's what's deeply meaningful and inspiring to me. And I'll tell you, like, if I'm not doing that, I feel pretty shit. I don't feel very great in myself. So I actually, I don't know if it's healthy and I'm really at myself here, but it's like my whole self-worth does almost come from the impact I'm able to have on other people. So I think that, like, alone, it's authentic, it's aligned with who I truly am. So I think that is what makes it different. What makes it uniquely effective in this specific approach is, well, values again. Like, I've done a lot of this personal development mindset work, and I think, again, effectiveness in terms of solving problems, overcoming challenges, and just getting your actions in alignment with your intentions. There's change that needs to happen. You need to change your decisions and your actions. So we make that easier by asking the right questions that get your mind aligned. That's what makes it uniquely effective. For someone who's tried fitness programs in the past without seeing the results, not every personal trainer is the same, let me just say that. It's a hard one. Without seeing the desired results, we focus on quality execution. We log your workouts, we progress your workouts, I hold you accountable to doing your workouts, and it's not just about the hour that you spend in the gym. I want to make sure that you're following your workouts out with as well, and still putting in the effort and showing up for yourself, by yourself, as well as with me. And that's clear from the get-go. Like, I think that's what makes it different. That's it. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an Ask Me Anything video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yes.